everyone. RPG Kim here, back with some more Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. In the previous video, well, we wrapped up RVs, because I believe we did Descendant and Duty, which was really good. Then we did the Arriving at Kameshima, which was very short. So then we did Shadow, and a lot of stuff happened. So now we have a little bit of what happens afterwards, which is going to be very interesting. Before we do that, I feel like this right here is not going to be that long. I feel like this could be a short one. So as soon as we're done with this one, we can definitely go into this one. So I think we should do this first, because it's also been a while since we've been these guys, okay? It's been a while. Granted, I think, actually, no. I think I did, yeah. So it has been longer for these guys, because I did everything related to them before I went back to do Yuza's thing. So yeah, let's do it. Kameshima investigation. Yumeko and her partner learned about the threat of the curse of the raging waves encroaching upon Kameshima and head over to warn the island. August 6th. Nakamura residence just up the slope after you head through that alley. It's a bit of a maze, though. Want me to show you? So it's that way. Thank you. Oh, finally! Her ability comes into use for something. Thank you. We should be fine by ourselves, I think. Got it. Take care, then. Ma'am. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. Okay, finally we still don't know like what it does, but we know what it does in a way. Like we know like what it's supposed to. Oh, let me get this straight. You're with the police. And you expect me to warn everyone on the island that a huge storm is on its way and get them ready to face it? That's in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. I'm so glad you understand. That's about the curse of raging waves. Way ahead of you there. I've been warning them for ages. Well now, do you know about the curse? Can it be that certain sorcerer acquaintance of yours told you about it? That's right! Unlike you phony psychics who crawl out of the woodwork every other week, my instructor's the real deal. In that case, I expect its instructor also knows how the curse can be lifted. No, hasn't gone that far yet. But it's not for lack of trying. Why? You saying you know a way to break it? Unfortunately, no. We've yet to determine the exact method of bringing it to an end. Once all the warriors are together, we'll get it. However, we're kind of fucked in one way, shape, or another with Yuzu's head gone. Alright, I'm not dancing around. It's been like, what, 5 parts? I'm not dancing around. Plus, we kind of just saw it at the end of the last part, too. Yuza's fucking dead. We gotta prevent that somehow. You're not without the means to do so. But first we acquire a map concealed in a mummified mermaid. Might you know of it? Mummified mermaid? What are you on about? It's some kind of ruse? I know there was something fishy about you. What are you really after? Go on, out with it! I assure you, we wish only to lift the curse plaguing Kameshima. Would you be prepared to assist us in our efforts? Bah, a likely story! Trying to pull one over on old Wakamura, are we? Bear and you have tried. Well, how's this? I'm not telling you another word. We're done here. Understand? I don't have time to listen to this hogwash anyhow. Got business to attend to on the mainland. So off with you. Leave me in peace. Well, that's a shame. But I suppose there's nothing we can do. In any case, please do contact us if you learn anything that might be of use. Asshole. Not very cooperative, is he? I don't see why he's so suspicious. He had his hackles up from the first. Perhaps he's so accustomed to dealing with rough customers that he can't believe anyone who would be sincere. However, he does seem to be interested in breaking the curse of the raging waves, as we are. Okay. So at some point, we run into Sato here again. True, and this sorcerer of his must have some psychic ability if they're able to perceive that cause. I wish I thought to ask her name. Oh, I think I have an idea of who it might be. It's a small world, this industry. Oh, really? Mr. Yashima called them a big shot who's appeared on television, and I recognize their mark on the implements on Wakamura's room. It must be Soigen Gamayodo. Is that the person from the first game? I have no fucking idea if it is, but I think it is. Gamayodo. Never heard of him. Maybe not. No. They used to make frequent appearances on the occult programs, though they always hide their faces on camera. Sorry, it's not ringing any bells. Well, lately they seem to be ranking in a fortune as a corporate consultant for hire. Oh! He's tied with them. I think this person is tied with that cooperation of like the soaps or whatever the heck of some of the characters worked for in the first game. Their powers have a reputation for being accurate and potent, and their popularity has grown to the point where they can essentially name their price. If they're that good, maybe we should let them take care of the curse of the raging waves for us. Perhaps I should mention, Gamodo's popularity has reached such heights only very recently. Up until last year, they had a very poor reputation among others in the industry. Last year? What also happened a year ago? I don't know. Something with 7 curses in Hanjo? In fact, as I recall, in the list of notable psychics kept by the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, they were given the lowest rank. In other words, they were put on the same level as shaman mediums riding the waves of the occult boom. I'd forgotten about that list. Well, their sudden rise to fame and fortune after changing up their businesses at the end of last year is certainly suspicious. I am more concerned about the possibility that they are using a harmful curse to suit the needs of their highest bidder. Regardless, I'm not sure I would trust them to handle this affairs on their own. You never know. Maybe they just had a change of heart and started taking trains seriously. Even so, I highly doubt they would have the time in their busy schedule to venture out here and solve this case in our stead. Suigen Gaimyodo, a mysterious sorcerer, although said to possess exceptional supernatural ability, they have revealed nothing of their true identity. Both their age and gender are unknown. Suigen Gaimyodo was previously known for their prominent media presence with numerous appearances both on television and magazines. Wearing an unusual outfit that covered their face, they would demonstrate a variety of psychic abilities, including exorcism of possessed individuals, assessment of submitted ghost photographs, identification of guided spirits, and conduction of telegraphic readings at haunted locations. Their unique sense of presence and high rate of accuracy garnered them a sizable following, particularly among occult enthusiasts, and they were known to accept consultation from the general public as well as media outlets. However, the end of the previous year saw this one public figure suddenly withdraw from the spotlight. They now mainly operate behind closed doors, signing consulting agreements with particular companies to provide a variety of services, including management advice from a metropolitan perspective, divination of auspicious and harmful events, proposals to improve their clients' luck, and the dedication and elimination of paranormal disturbances. It's rumored that they will even cast curses on key personnel at rival companies, or conversely exercise curses from the targeted victims for the right price. The undeniable potency of their spiritual abilities has earned them immense trust from both the executives of their contracted companies and other wealthy individuals, and their behind-the-scenes reputation continues to grow. This has resulted in a sharp rise in their consulting fees, placing their services far beyond what their average individual can reasonably hope to afford. One of the companies they currently have contacted with belong to Shinobu Wakamura, a local Kameshima magnate. Among psychics, opinion on them is more divided. Many have known that their spiritual ability during the time they were openly active in the media was too weak to allow them to perform advanced techniques of any sort. To the extent that they were considered little better than fraud, leading to suspicions about what prompted their sudden change in course. It is now almost impossible to find footage of and articles from their past media appearances, and the names of the companies with which they have constantly contacts are entirely undisclosed, obfuscating their identity, purpose, and the true extent of their power. Just want to make sure nothing else got updated. I don't think so. You never know. No. Oh, there she is then. You're the girl who showed us the way earlier. Good thing I caught you. Mind if we have a word? Actually, I'd rather not. I'm afraid you don't really have a choice, because I already know that you're an 800-year immortal. What are you talking about? Don't even bother. That shocked look has already given you away. Besides, you have nothing to fear. Your secret's safe with me. Come on, let's take this somewhere more private. Okay. So her eye can just tell if someone's immortal or not. As far as I know, that's what it can do. And as far as I know, that's kind of a shitty power. So in short, when you came to, you'd been washed up on the shore of the bay. Wakamura took you in. And that's as far back as your memories go. You don't remember anything about your life before that. Not even why you became immortal. No, except I'm pretty sure I was forced to eat mermaid flesh by someone. But you don't know when or why? No. So you're only recently woken up. You have no idea where you were or what you were doing before that. Pretty much. I get the feeling I was in kind of deep sleep at the bottom of the sea for a few hundred years. I've got no clue why, or how, or what led up to it. Interesting. Well, how about we go over the facts one by one, just to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Now we got an idea of how this vision thing works. I don't see any birds. This is the southwestern coast of the island. We've got all of it to ourselves right now. Soda has been researching the ways in which spirit sense affects the human brain. So I'm sure he must be curious what effects longevity has on the minds and psychics of 800-year immortals. It appears she has a lot of gaps in her memory. Have you never encountered an 800-year immortal before? I must confess I'm buzzing with questions. How does such a lifespan impact the structure of their brain and memories? It would be fascinating to find out. Just looking around, trying to see if there's any burbs. This girl, she calls herself Sato Shiranami. I wonder if she made that name up. Either way, I doubt we'd find her in the civil registry. Though that shouldn't affect her life too much while she's living on Kameshima. I wonder if Wakamura knows about her immortality. Seems to be her guardian. If he does know and he lets slip to Yamashina about it, then that could become a problem. It's just one thing after another. What are we to do about her? Now, am I right in thinking you didn't eat mermaid flesh and got straight to sleep? You were up and about for a few years in between at least? I think so. What interests me is the fact that you are already familiar with the term 800-year immortal. It's not a widely known concept. You must have been in the unique position to acquire knowledge of it before you went to sleep. Yeah, I have a vague memory of being told that that's what we're called. But I don't know when that happened, or where, let alone who it was. Maybe you'll remember more detail if we touch on some other topics. Guess we'll just have to go by the process of elimination. Work our way down the list till we get a hit. I mean, you could just say the same thing. He does know and he lets slip, okay. Is there a reason for all these questions? Well, not to sound insensitive, I'm sure it can't be easy for you going about without any memories and all. But I was hoping you might know something that could be of use to us. Given your history, there's a chance you possess information otherwise lost to time. Maybe, but I'm not sure how much help I'll be. I remember so little. Okay, okay. Same exact. Come to think of it, I'd say it's time we introduced ourselves. I'd admit we don't exactly look the part, but the truth is... Whoop. Wee whoop. Whoop. You're with the police? Wow. I never would have guessed there was a paranormal affairs department. Honestly, I thought all psychics in this age were frauds. At least, that's the impression I get from watching TV. To be fair, the majority of them are, but for the record, our department is officially approved by the government. Really? Huh. Back in my time, psychics were treated as moiji and even held official positions in the Bureau of Onmyo, a public institution. Oh, you seem to know a lot about that. Were you involved somehow? Huh? Oh. I explained all that without even thinking. It just came natural to me. Honestly, I'm surprised as you are. I guess this means I must have had something to do with the Bureau of Onmyo. And it seems your memories aren't lost after all. All I have to do is find a way to trigger them. The Bureau of Onmyo was one of the government officials under the Ritsutsu system, existing from the Asuka period through the early Meiji era. Based on the practice of Onmyo-do, it generally oversaw such matters as astronomical observation, the creation of calendars, and management of time systems, and the deviation of auspicious or harmful events. However, it is also said that it occasionally invoked the powers beyond human understanding to handle the banishment and cleansing of disasters and impurities. The Onmyoji afflicted with the Bureau were not merely diviners. They were also bureaucrats, albeit once possessing advanced training in mathematics and knowledge of astronomy. In some areas, their influence was even great enough to sway the very course of the nation, and their presence in the imperial court was highly valued. Spiritual practitioners of the services of the state were also formally introduced as Onmyoji, operating under the banner of the Bureau. The current treatment of spiritual phenomenon as non-existent largely stems from the abolishment of the Bureau of Onmyo during the Meiji Restoration, in line with Japan taking on the principles of science and technology as the new framework of the nation. Over time, state involvement in spiritual matters gradually came to be seen as taboo. However, psychics continue their work to maintain public order behind the scenes, passing the torch down through successive generations until the establishment of the new police act in the later half of the Showa period. Whereupon their work eventually came to be the formation of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. Nice! So anyway, what are a couple of Paranormal Affairs officials doing on Kameshima? Working a case, of course. What else? Our job is to resolve incidents caused by curses and paranormal phenomenon, and, wherever possible, prevent them from occurring. It's up to us to solve the greatest mysteries and do whatever it takes to keep the peace, which is usually a lot. Wait, does that mean something's happened here? You don't know, huh? Know what? Sounds like we better fill you in a bit first. We're working several cases right now, but I'd say only 2 of them are a priority. 2? Mind you, we know about the first one for quite some time. The curse of the raging waves. We've come to lift it before it unleashes a huge storm on the southern sea of Kameshima. The curse of the raging waves? That's right. Ever heard of it? No, never. That's to be expected. I imagine the islanders aren't too fond of discussing the disaster. Anyhow, the situation's ongoing. As for the other priority case. Right, you mentioned there were 2. We actually only learned about this one after we arrived on the island today, but protocol dictates that we have to deal with any 800-year immortals we find. What do you mean, deal with? It's not all that difficult to understand. To begin with, 800-year immortals shouldn't exist in this world. And if their existence were to become public knowledge, it would lead to an outbreak of trouble of every kind. Heck, some people are already looking to gain immortality for themselves at any cost. What? For the sake of maintaining public order, it's vital that the world remains convinced immortality is just a myth. However... Stop her, Soto. Halt. Can't you just let me go? Calm down, will you? I hadn't finished. What I was going to say was, I've got no intention of doing anything with you, so don't worry. Wait, really? Surprised? But you should know better than anyone why that would be. You might be an 800-year immortal, but your time's nearly up. Oh. These eyes never lie. Satoshi Amori, for the first time in centuries, you're standing on death's door. Okay, so she ate that piece of the mermaid well before the fall of that island. I mean, I guess that makes sense. She's supposed to be that nun that like traveled the world and everything, so in a matter of a few days, you'll be gone from this world. Am I right? Yes, it's exactly as you say. I think. I've only got 2 days left now. Just 2 more, huh? So you knew this was coming, but you chose to make a life for yourself on the island even so? Yeah. I've known all along, from the moment I woke up. Well, now you know why I'm prepared to turn a blind eye. In just 48 hours, give or take, you'll fade away, and that will be that. Of course, you would have to spare to keep your identity secret to the last. But provided you can keep your word, you're free to go. I can, and I will. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. There's another matter I'll be needing your help with, if I'm to leave you be. Another matter? Stars, only 2 days in her 800 lifespan remain. She knows it, and yet she's perfectly calm. She's accepted her fate. If so, I suppose there's no harm in letting her go about her business as usual. I'm not to take that time away from her if I can help it. Only 2 days left to live. What would it be like to greet death after living 800 years estranged from it? I can hardly imagine. It's surely beyond any mortal to understand. Okay, good. We're done talking to you. If her readiness to give us this directions earlier is anything to go by, she seems to know the island quite well. I just hope she'll be alright. Actually, talking about the Bureau of Omio brought back another memory. I'm pretty sure it was an Omayoji who put me to sleep, using some kind of spell to keep me in a state between life and death. Really? So someone intentionally put you to sleep under the sea? There must have been a good reason for it. From what point of your memory's clearest, would you say? Well, I guess about 3 months ago, when the spell keeping me in the state under the sea wore off. From when you woke up, then. I see. I know that look. Did you notice something? Not exactly. Simply occurred to me that if a state of, shall we say, suspension animation was lifted while she was in the sea depths, would she not have drowned and resurrected several times over? Oh, yeah, I did. It was hell. I woke up under the sea, unable to breathe, drowned, came back, over and over again. Damn. It's horrible. I still remember it. Every last second. Jeez, I'm sorry you had to go through that. The instant I came back, I swam as hard as I could, trying to reach the surface. But even so, I think it took me about 3 days to reach the shore. I lost count of how many times I died down there. And finally came to in Kameshima Bay. Mr. Wakamura found me and took me in. And I've been living here peacefully ever since. No one's even suspected I'm immortal. You sure about that? Are you? No one else knows? Yeah, I mean, I think so. Anyhow, I guess that settles the issue of how far back your memories go. Okay. Your lifespan's nearly at end. That must mean you consumed the flesh of a mermaid exactly 800 years ago. Of course you already know that, didn't you? Not that you've been forthcoming about it. Sorry, Don't apologize. That just proves you know how to hold your tongue. A valuable skill, when you've got a secret to keep. Mind you, this fact does put matters in a new light. Say so, though. What events took place 800 years ago? Let's see. 8 centuries ago from the present day. That would place us midway through the 1180s, when the Heian period was coming to an end. Right around when the Genpei War took place. Oh, of course! The Heiki! Oh, okay. So that person's also tied to it, which makes sense. Exactly. Don't you think there might be a connection? Hmm? By the way, you wouldn't happen to be concealing anything else, would you? Huh? No, It's fine. I'll not pry. Just as long as you answer my questions. But first, before I forget. Yes? Keep our meeting today a secret, and don't let on to anyone that you know about the curse of the raging waves. Okay. People will get suspicious otherwise. Even if Wakamura tells you about it, be sure to act surprised. I figure that shouldn't be too difficult for you. You're an experienced secret keeper after all. I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. By the way, I was wondering, how did you know I was an 800-year immortal? Oh, that. These eyes of mine have what you might call a special ability. Finally, did we get to learn what this shit is? A special ability? If I look hard enough at someone, I can tell whether they are an ordinary human or an immortal. It's like you have a different color aura about you. Wow! So that's what your ability is? Bullshit? Really? Wait, no. Not only that, but it turns out, with a bit of focus, even immortals can tell each other apart. Is that so? Oh, I just meant you look the same as anyone else to me. Haha, I'm not immortal myself, you know. Really? I thought for sure you must be, since you seem to know so much about all this. I mean, I feel like there is something with her, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not immortal myself, you know. Really? I thought since you know so much about all this, okay, that was just a repeat, so there's more to it. Right now, we're looking for a way to lift the curse of the raging waves. But that's Soto's area of expertise, so I'll leave the explanation to him. Right, and this concerns a legend passed down in my family, the Kiryu clan, over generations. Oh, I should mention, this is something I've pieced together from various sources, so may not be entirely accurate. Right. Long ago, south of Kameshima, there was an island called Taishima. It is said that 400 years ago, it was beset by an earthquake and a tsunami in an event so catastrophic that the island sunk to the seafloor. Taishima? However, the truth of the matter is that it was invaded and laid waste to. Then, in the aftermath, the islanders intended intense hatred coincided into the curse of the raging waves, which manifested as a tremendous storm. I see. 400 years ago. So this would have been toward the end of the Sengoku period, correct? Yes, ma'am. The Honiji incident, in which Oda Nobunaga ended his life, took place in 1582, if you'll recall. Following the events, one of my ancestors, an accomplished Myoji by the name of Harukage Tsukimikado, yep, I knew it, sacrificed a young woman, one of the survivors of Tashima, in order to seal away the source of the curse of the raging waves. An Onijono. Harukage Tsukimikado. Wouldn't that make your ancestor direct descendant of Abe no Saimei? Sounds to me like you share a bloodline with that Omijo elite. Yes and no. While Harukage's powers were potent, he was never affiliated with the Bureau of Onmyo. In fact, he shunned his illustrious surname early on and left the government services, preferring to uphold peace as a civilian. Ah, so as eccentric and an elite. Gotcha. Harukage's seal was not permanent, however. It would only endure for 4 centuries. Wait, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, that was the last year of peace. Actually, the seal's already broken. Isn't that really bad? For now, the curse appears to be inert, but the storm could strike at any moment. Okay, so you need to find a way to seal the curse again. Is that it? Not seal it, break it. We're here to put an end to the curse for good. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's bound to have weakened a bit after 400 years. Indeed, that seems to have been Harukage's plan, for legends tell. That he had left behind instructions detailing how the curse could be lifted after 400 years had elapsed. However, the map that would have led us to these instructions have been lost. Oh no. It seems they were once concealed inside a model of a mummified mermaid. Yet over time, this fact was forgotten, and at some point in my family's history, the object in question was sold to a foreign buyer. But if you don't have the map, then what are you gonna do? Well, we were hoping to find some clues as to the map's whereabouts here in Kameshima. But we have no luck so far, and I reckon we've hit a dead end. I see. Now there's something I'd like you to try and remember for me. Me? But humor me. Doesn't the story behind the curse of the raging waves ring any bell? Why should it? A girl who was sacrificed in order to seal away the curse of the raging waves 4 centuries ago. Might that not have been you, Sato Shiranami? What? You have said yourself that I was an Onmyoji who put you to that state of deep slumber in the seafloor. Does it not seem highly probable that you were the sacrifice who has been held back in the curse for the past 400 years? Oh man, You're right. That was me. I knew it. I'm sorry. I can't. No more. I can't do this anymore. What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourself. Is it that painful to remember? We didn't come here to ask you to sacrifice yourself again, if that's what you're worried about. All those years under the sea can't have been easy for her, you know. She wasn't really asleep. Her brain would still have been active. Damn! Moreover, there's a limit to how many memories the human brain can hold. I would estimate that maximum capacity to be about 100 years worth. Are you saying she remembers being in that state under the sea? In a sense, I presume her memory is filled with stretches of utter darkness, a view of the sea depths. Any memories from before that time have likely been pushed deep into her subconscious. Then maybe they're not gonna count for good. There's a chance she'll remember more. We just need to find the right trigger. pull my devil trigger. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out on you like that. It took me a sec to get over the shock. Well, it seems my theory about you being the sacrifice was right on the money. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to tell us too much about the past after all. Guess not. I wish I could have been more help. There's something else I'd like to ask you. Be my guest. How exactly do you deal with 800-year immortals? You sure you want to know? Since it's not going to happen to you, there's no reason for you to think about it. I thought it would be something like taking away their immortality. Unfortunately, that's downright impossible. Because your original body's long gone, you know. But then, what else can you do? You tell her, Soto. Must I always be the one to handle these unpleasant topics? Yes, unfortunately. Besides, I see no point in explaining something that she is already painfully familiar with. What do you mean? Among the arts of we psychics wield is a spell that can place even an immortal into a state of apparent death. Oh, is it the sacrifice thing? Once that is done, they can simply be sealed in an underground vault for the rest of their days. Wait, you mean it's the same thing that happened to me? Essentially, yes. Except that in your case, it was for the purpose of making you a sacrifice. And you woke up before your lifespan came to an end. Yikes. Mind you, neither I nor Soto has ever actually done this to anyone. Though I did hear a rumor that someone was dealt with that way a few decades back. Of course, there have been 800-year mortals who sought ways to become mortal again in the past. But they all failed. If they managed to track down the mermaid who gave them their immortality, it was no good. That's why there are a few immortals have ended up living out their long lives in religious seclusion. I feel like that's the final one. Nope, not yet. Nope, okay, there's still more of it. Religious seclusion. I'm probably going to bring up what's her name from that. But, does that mean the seal broke because I woke up? We cannot be certain of it. Perhaps it was the other way around. The seal may have broken for its own accord, releasing you from your slumber. Either way, it's not your fault. Don't you go blame yourself for any of this. Still, if I hadn't... Listen, your sacrifice kept the curse at bay for 4 whole centuries. That's half of your extended lifespan. No one could ask any more of you than that. And the rest is up to Soto. Isn't that right? Yes, but I'm counting on your help as well, ma'am. So any chance you've remembered something about the curse of the raging waves? Did that Miyoji, Harukage Tsukumi Akado, happen to tell you how it could be lifted? I'm sorry. All that's coming back to me is the fact that I was sacrificed. I don't remember the Onimyoji at all, what kind of person he was or anything. The most I can remember is that I think he said something about the curse being lifted after 400 years. That's all, huh? Well, we'll be sure to let us know if you remember anything else that could help us break the curse. I will. Okay. So we'll probably have to talk about the Haiki. The Hike. Hike! Alright, next question. You wouldn't happen to know much about the Hike, would you? The Hike? Why do you ask? This actually pertains to one of the other cases we're working on, but... we've got reason to believe that someone out there is using the curse of the Hike to commit murder. The curse of the Hike? Did you hear about those skeletal remains that turned up near here? It was all over the news. Ooh, I love like the music we're getting as well. That's a nice little touch, because that's what like always accompanied the Hike. At least I think I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. Oh. Yeah, I saw that. Well, we suspect the curse of the Hike may be involved. And seeing as you were alive 800 years ago, I was hoping you might know something about the Hike that could help us. If we're right in thinking that you had ties to the Bureau of Onmyo, the timing matches up perfectly. I might have known once, but nothing's coming to me at the moment. Really? Shoot. On that note, I too have noticed a potential correlation. There's a legend that tells how Taria no Tadamori was presented with the flesh of a mermaid at Betsuo. Perhaps that was the flesh Santo consumed to gain her immortality? Oh, if that's the guy who... So they would have, like... I mean, they would be the ones tied together, because there definitely has to be at least one more person that consumed the flesh of a mermaid as well, and they have to know her, of course, be like, yes, dear so-and-so, heh, and all that. So it's like, Actually, I'm pretty familiar with the legend myself. And those so-called mermaids that were caught at Betshudo definitely weren't the kind that could make anyone immortal. Oh, is that so? Oh, right, that's the... Yeah. That's the... Those are the fish mermaids. But if you ask me, Satyr couldn't have become immortal by eating mermaid flesh. Without the use of a relic called the Tamatabako. Now, does that ring any bells? Huh? Wait. Mermaid flesh in the Tamatabako. Oh, have you remembered something? Yes, that's it. It was one of the Hike. A man wearing a suit of armor. We were on a boat. And he had that Tamatabako. There was mermaid flesh inside. He wanted me to eat some of it. Warrior and Alma. Could it be? So, sounds like you had ties with the Hike as well. And this man, he was the one who made you eat mermaid flesh? Yes, I remember now. What's his name? Do you remember that too? I think it was Tomo something? That's it. The man's name was Taria no Tomoshiji. Taria no Tomoshiki. That was the name of one of Tarano Yomori's sons. And Yorimori himself was the son of Tadamori's official wife. So you're telling me that Tadamori's grandson forced Sato to eat mermaid flesh? What do we know about this Tara no Tomoshiji anyway? Not much, aside from the fact that he was part of the clan's main lineage. History has not seen fit to record his deeds, whatever they may have been. Well, he may not have been one of the clan's famous warriors, but to think you actually knew one of the Hike. You mentioned you were on a boat. Do you recall anything else? I think we were being chased. I do not wonder at that. At the end of the Henin period, the Hike were being pursued by the full might of the Genji's forces. I was struck by an arrow and I fell into the sea and drowned. But by the time I had already become immortal, later I must have resurrected and washed up somewhere along the coast, and I guess that's how I escaped. What about Tomoshiji? Did he eat some of the mermaid flesh too? I'm not sure. I don't remember that part, but I don't think I encountered him again after that. If you'll remember, ma'am, That curse echo I witnessed earlier held the famed blade, Nukemaru. Perhaps Tomoshige inherited the blade from Yorimori and wielded it with the intent to avenge his clan. After all, future generations would surely have held a memorial service for a warrior of renown like Yorimori, setting his spirit to rest. Tomoshige, on the other hand, is unlikely to have received the same treatment. If so, his hatred may have persisted long after his death, creating the curse of the Heiki. And it is a distinct possibility. This curse sounds terrifying. I have to say, I wasn't expecting a connection here. You know, Sato, it's starting to sound like you're involved in all the incidents that have gone down in these parts over the centuries. Yeah, it sure is feeling that way. Not by choice. That is 100% true. She is not doing this by choice. Anyway, I got a feeling that this Taro no Tomoshige wasn't a very nice guy. And this curse of his sounds even nastier. Could it really still be active after all this time? It certainly looks that way. Ihike's resentment is awfully persistent, I hear. You don't think he could have held a grudge against me, do you? Who knows? That would depend on your relationship with him back then. Oh, man. Aw, man. Ah, nuts. Oh, but it appears someone is actively wielding the curse of the Heiki at present. And therefore, the targets of the curse will be dictated by this individual, whoever they may be. Another unknown, huh? Curse of Tomoshige. A curse born from Taro no Tomoshige's feelings of malice and resentment that lingered after the fall of the Taira clan. It kills an individual who meets the conditions of cleaving them in two. What those conditions are, we have not learned that yet. But we finally got our last curse. Figured out the origin of the curse is well and all good. But it doesn't help us solve the case. We need to track down the person who's actually using it, or it'll keep happening. Indeed. Hope you find them soon. Speaking of immortals, there's something else I have to ask you. Yes? Now, I'm certain about this, but I get the feeling there's another 800-year immortal on Kameshima right now. What? Any idea who it might be? No, I don't have a clue. Are you sure about that? Is it Kikuku? No, that can't be it. She had a... Who could it be? I'm trying to think of it. It can't be Wakamura's son. I don't think it's Wakamura. Not Aoi. Or not Tsukasa, I mean. Can't be Yuza. I don't think it's... It can't be anyone we've met then. That has to be the case, because I don't think it could be anyone we've met. Does not seem to fit, so... Because if there's another immortal here, I'll find them eventually, you know. Even if I have to scour the island from end to end. Doesn't that change your answer? No, I really don't know. Don't really know who it could be. Alright, if you say so. I guess this means I'll have to search the island after all, as if I didn't have enough to deal with. Well, I'd say that about covers everything. We've talked your ear off long enough. It might be confusing to all this talk in the past. I'll not trouble you any further. Alright, thank you. Still, give it a bit of time and something else might come back to you. If it does, please let us know. We'll be visiting the island again real soon, so you should have a chance. Will do. I'll be going then. So, well now what? She's given us much to ponder. To think we'd encounter a living witness. I'd never have dreamt it possible. Since it was fascinating. Sure, it was fascinating, but I can't say it did us much good, as far as our investigation is concerned. So here's the thing. Kind of have a little bit of a bit of a contradiction here in our hands. Maybe not a contradiction, but she came up with she thought of like, wait, maybe I was the sacrifice all those years ago. During the last moment we played as her in the previous part, she made it sound like, oh, I was the sacrifice. It was me, all that stuff. But here, we got a little more detail about it, honestly. And this happened well before that scene. Granted, it could have just been a whole like, well, you as the player, that's how you learned about it. And like, we're a spirit that's taking over these people. Kind of somewhat similar to the first game in a way. How like we're a spirit that's not really taking over, but like we're quietly possessing them so that we can change the outcome of the stories here. So I think that's what it is. So like that's how we learned about it. But then she learned about So maybe in that brief moment I was in her possession and that's how I forgot, but she actually remembered it back then or whatever. So Besides, she's still hiding something, that one. You think so, Mom? I do. In fact, I bet on it. She might even be up to something. But our primary objective here is to lift the curse of the raging waves. We don't need to start digging into anything else without good reason. On that note, do you really intend to search the island for this other 800-year immortal? Yeah, I figure we might as well look into that too, while we're here. Understood. Oh. Oh, hey! Hi! My apologies for the interruption. There's an important matter I wish to discuss with you. Now then, I believe you have just been privy to quite the interesting development. As Yumeko Shiji would tell you, Sato Shimamori is not the only 800-year mortal here on Kameshima. And so I would pose you a question. There is indeed one more individual on Kameshima who has made a miraculous return from the dead. You have bore witness to the death and revival of this individual a grand total of 7 times. This in mind, allow me to ask, who is the 800... Fuck, 7 times? Can't be right. But we would... Can't be. No. I'm thinking it's Yuza. Because... 7 times. That number is yellow. I feel like that number could be different. How many times did I die while doing my my fishing thing? It could have been 7 times. Oh, I swear to God. If this is right. If this ends up being right, I'll be like, what the fuck? YUZA. Alright, let's try it. Oh my God! That's how many times I failed. Correct! The answer is Yuza Minakuchi. To think you got it one go. You're quite the observant one. Yeah, because because that's the only time I could think of, like, well, how many, that number could change. That is a number that changes. What the fuck? Every time Yuza ran out of oxygen while diving, he suffocated to death on the ocean depths. Is this also going to tie to the thing? To that? That is another thing. We have not seen anything about that since that beginning, about like the fucking whatever it's called. This thing, the Tomokazuki. We have not seen anything about this. The young almond diver known for expedition swimming skills. That makes no sense then. That makes no sense. Okay. How? That's got to be the question. He suffocated to death on the ocean depths. However, following his demise, he returned to life and was able to continue where he had left off. Wow. Okay. Run it back now. The whole fact of like, oh, I'm still the same as I was too? Remember that? It would normally be highly unusual for someone to reach a diver rank of 18 on their first outing. Such a feat would be difficult indeed. Oh my god, that's also the rank I'm at. That's also the rank I'm at. Such a feat would be difficult indeed unless one was unburdened by the fear of failure or the fear of death. It was this knowledge of his own immortality that led him displaying such an uncanny degree of confidence. As you may have suspected, Yuza Minakuchi became an 800-year mortal 5... Oh... So he's not that immortal. He's just... that makes sense. Oh. Sorbet was the one that did it, probably at the request of the mother. So I'm gonna be alive! Oh my god. Thinking of that alone is like, oh lord, hey. Okay, this just stretched a whole new level. As you may have suspected, Yuza Minakuchi becomes an 800-year immortal 5 years ago when he was saved by a mermaid. In truth, help arrived too late that fateful day, and became the first time he lost his life. I wonder what light this new information will cast on events going forward. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Oh, you motherfucker. Is that it? Oh my god! Let's do it. Mysterious deaths continue to occur amongst the island's residents, and it's not long before the same tragedy befalls Yuza. Azami and the others are left helpless, overwhelmed by grief. We don't get that. We cannot. There's no way in hell we would learn that Yuza's the immortal in this one too. I think that's the only way we will learn it. Unless he shows up here, then it's like, oh, well, you already know the answer then. But still, either way, let's go. We are not done. We are not. I'm not finished yet, Snake. I love the little turtle. Damn it! What the hell's going on? What the fuck happened to you, Yuza? How could you just die like that out of nowhere? You managed to live through the disaster 5 years ago just to die like this? Does she know? Still, the whole island turned on you, blamed your mom for everything. They rejected you even when you said you wanted to become an almond diver. What the hell did you ever do to deserve that? You never once complained. Just kept going like it was nothing. Did everything right. Someone like you deserves so much better. You deserve to be happy, damn it. We'll have done anything to make that happen. Yet I couldn't do a damn thing. I'm sorry. So damn sorry, Yuza. It shouldn't have been the way for you to go. How could the gods think of this fair? How? Hey, Tsukasa? Sorry, I know this is a terrible time. But there's something important I need to tell you. Yeah? Go ahead. I don't think Tsukasa's the assassin, but I should make sure. I should leave him be for now. There aren't many people around here, so it's nothing like the chaos in town. It's so quiet here. It's almost like that's the whole nightmare earlier was just a dream, or a nightmare. If only that were true. Compared to how shaken Azami is, Tsukasa seems rather calm given the situation. That's a bit worrisome. She's probably wondering why I'm starting to some compose now too. Don't think Tsukasa. Oh, I already read that. Try to stay calm and listen, okay? I spoke with Mr. Wakamura earlier. Apparently this Unakagoto person might actually be your father. Huh? Wait, what? Wait. Are you serious? You're saying my pa, Yamashina, is Unkakudono? Yamashima? Yes, that is him. Yep. It's an old bastard, too. God damn. That's what he said. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But Mr. Wakamura's already made up his mind. He's convinced that that makes you the assassin. If he finds you, who knows what he'll do. Huh? That's crazy talk. Me, an assassin? Come on. That makes no sense. I know. I don't believe it either. That's why we need to find the real assassin as soon as possible. Yeah, but easier said than done. I have to find the assassin quickly and let them know I'll surrender. Every second I wait, more people are dying. But I can't tell Tsukasa or Azami about my plans to surrender. They'll just try to stop me. No bird here? I can't believe I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Like, oh, right, he was saved 5 years ago. I don't know why I was like, oh, he's the same immortal. No. So there's there's at least 3 immortals. We have Soto, Yuza, and whoever was also with Yuza at the time. Or not Yuza, Sota. Sato, Tsuyu's gone, and so is Yuza. Yeah, I never thought it would come to this. I'm scared. What are we supposed to do now? I didn't manage to find out any more about the curse of the raging waves, but right now we have to find the assassin. Earlier down by the bay, I saw the curse shadow again, as well as someone running away. Wait, the shadow! Sorry, I need to check something curse related really quick. The curse? Oh, right. Earlier, I know. I can check with the hand mirror to make sure that the shadow is nearby. What is it? You trying to remember something? I love that. Okay, so everyone seems to have their own gimmick. Hers is the mirror. Yuza's is, I guess, being an Ama diver and an immortal. And the Yuzua is, just being the detective. And obvious is everything with yeah, the ordinary here. I already did that. Damn it! What was it? I can't remember. Whoa, don't scare me like that. Tsukasa, what's the matter? Yeah, I guess the shock has made me forgot. Right before it happened, Yuza realized something important. I'm blanking on it now. Huh? Something important? Yeah, Yuza said he figured out the condition that the curse needed to affect someone. I swear he said something about people being marked by something, but I can't really remember. He was just about to say who the culprit was, too. And then, well, that happened to him. Oh, is it Kiku? Is Kiku the assassin? Her body was not down there. Her body was not there. That's what we saw the body. Marked? I can't remember. Just thinking about that moment's making me sick. Oh no, Tsukasa, it's okay. Don't force yourself to remember. I won't, but still. I do remember one thing he said. He thought that the curse could only target women from the island, and now that he was targeted... Oh, hold on a sec. I think I see what we're getting at. Sato, did you figure something out? Could the curse be using this as a marker? Mirror! Shit, how do you spell mirror? I suck at spelling. Fuck you. Okay, I had it right. I just want to make sure it's O-R. It's O-R. The mirror! Huh? A mirror? That's it. The Kameshima hand mirror. It's gotta be that. I knew it. Yuzi took that mirror out of his pocket right before it happened. He lifted it up to his neck and then his head was chopped off. And when I was attacked, I had a hand mirror in my jacket pocket too. It's gotta be it. Didn't they say those hand mirrors were handed out to everyone on the island? Whoa, Azami. You feeling okay now? Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry you had to see me like that. If we're this close to find out who did all this, then it has no time to be moping around. First things first. If either you still have the mirror, get rid of it now. Oh, yeah. Oh, good point. So, Sato, you figured it out, haven't you? The one behind this curse? The assassin who used the curse? Killed so many? I need to know how to spell their name. It is Kikuku. Kikuko. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to write down. Oh, I already had it written down. Hold on, let me spell it correctly. K-I-K-U-K-O. K-O! Alright, I know who it is. Yeah, it's gotta be the person who gave out the hand mirror, so... Oh! Okay, well, they're just doing this way. Ba-ba-ba-bum! It has to be Kikuko, right? You're saying she never actually died? Wait, you're saying Kikuko was killed, too? Yeah, we saw her lying in a pool of blood by the jetty. You did? I was just there earlier. I remember seeing a large blood stain, but no body. Really? I guess someone must have moved her. In all this chaos? Who's got the time to move a body with everyone panicking like this? Where would they even move her? There's so many dead we barely have time have the time or space to lay folks down and cover them up. And that's true. Maybe she actually never died. Managed to get up and walk off on her own? If Kiku's the assassin, why would she let herself get hit by the curse's attack? Wait, if she managed to get up from that death, I mean, I doubt it, but maybe she's immortal like you, Sato. Wait, no way. Huh? What was that? You said that so casually. I could have sworn you just said Sato is immortal. Well, it's kind of a long story, but yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. So that's what happened earlier. That explains what everyone was talking about. Still, I don't think there are others like me out there. You think so? Is it really that rare? I don't really have any frame of reference. I have another theory that's more likely. Azami, did you get a good look at Kiku's wounds? I mean, not really. It was pretty dark out and we were kind of panicking. She was laying face down. Wait, are you saying maybe she wasn't actually hurt at all? The most likely explanation is that she got up after faking her death. Maybe she faked being a victim using fake blood, or something to avoid suspicion. So she waited for others to see her and then just slip away in the confusion? Oh, guess the cat's out of the bag. Ah! Kuko, you really are still alive! Yep, hate to break it to ya, but I ain't immortal or anything fancy like that. Just fake blood is all. I was hiding up in the lighthouse, but then I heard you all talking, so I figured it might as well come out. Too bad you figured it all out. There really is no turning back for me now. Sato, I was told to bring you in, if it means killing every last person on the island. It's the shadow! Doesn't matter. I've already tossed those damn mirrors. Curse can't touch us now. Just so you know, I've got your friend Tsukasa Aoi marked even now. You're the one person I can't forgive. Cannot forgive. I am. How? The cursed target wasn't just tied to the hand mirrors? She's just bluffing! Sato, get behind me! I'm not letting her take you! Is it reflections? It's pointless. Disobey me and Tsukasa will be first to die. Huh! What is there to do? Nothing! Yuza, you could come out and hit her on the back of the head. That'd be great. No, I'll surrender. I'll go with you quietly. Well, what? Sato, what are you saying? Now's not the time to be joking. I know. I've made up my mind. I can't let anyone else get killed because of me. There's no resisting this curse. It's too strong. I don't know. Good. Smart choice. Otherwise, everyone on the island would have perished. Kuku, why are you doing this? Grew up here too. This place mean nothing to you? I guess I have some feelings for this place. When it didn't sever those ties, my world would never change. What the hell are you talking about? He's the only one who has ever sparked a change in my miserable existence for a life. Now he'll finally acknowledge me. I'll become who I was meant to be. That's your response for all this? Oh, I think is she somewhat jealous of of Tsukasa's dad? He sadly never cared about people. Always just blamed everything on curses. Surely you all understand wanting to destroy this shithole. Wait, destroy? Surely you all understand wanting to destroy this shithole? I just took up the reins. Someone needs to break the cycle. Now I can finally start living my own life, free from all that bullshit. Anyway, we need to get moving. There's a boat waiting out back. If you follow us, I'll kill Tsukasa. Do yourself a favor and stay right there, okay? Thank you, both of you. Please don't try to follow. It's too dangerous. God damn it! No, Sato! Unfortunately, I can't have people that know my identity just walking away. Especially not you, Tsukasa. Uh-oh. Following day, the bodies of Azami Kumoi and Tsukasa Aoi were found beneath the lighthouse, collapsed together in a lifeless heap. Ah, fuck! Azami, who had been helping search for the cursed mark, tried to take Tsukasa's place, but ended up caught in the curse instead. But the tragedy that struck Kameshima didn't end there. Right after the assassin left Kameshima with Sato Shimari, a new calamity followed. Oh, the raging waves. Violent storm, born of the curse of the raging waves, erupted in the seas around the island. As expected, the curse could not be sealed away by the bronze mirror alone. Ferocious winds and towering waves pounded the island for 3 days and nights, leaving devastation in their wake. Most islanders who had tried to flee the tragedy by boat that night were lost to the storm and remain missing to this day. Among them was the assassin behind the incident. And Sato Shironami, who went along with her. She was never to be seen again. Well, because her immortality finished up there. Ending 1! Ah! I think you're forced to get this ending no matter what. Okay. All the pieces are slowly coming together. I think we've learned. The other game had multiple endings too, right? Right. Oh, this game. Yes. I think you're kind of forced to get this ending because there was nothing else we could do right now. There was nothing else. I think it's more than just a mirror. It has something to do with reflections in a way. Like maybe her glasses are also there too. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. And so, the affair surrounding Kameshima has reached one of its possible conclusions. Sadly, it seems neither Yuza Minakuchi nor Sato Shimamori were able to achieve their goals. To avoid arriving at this particular outcome, please continue progressing through the story chart. After all, you came here for that very purpose, did you not? Oh my. Are you perhaps still unsure of who you are? No need to worry. I'm confident you'll remember in time. You're just missing a few key pieces. Are you traveling along the story chart and shape what happens? As you travel along the story chart and shape what happens, perhaps you'll remember your part in this. Be sure to think on it as you move forward. Well then, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Farewell for now. Oh. Oh. Vision of the future. Accepted fate. Oh. Here we fucking go. Accepted fate. I feel like this could be a short one. That's the vision of the future. Okay. I don't know which one I'd want to do first out of those two. I don't know. But, oh my god. Oh, this is so good. Who am I really? Am I the third mermaid? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of right now is that I'm the third mermaid. But as of right now... Oh. Okay. I don't know which one I want to do. I can't... Like, there's a part of me that wants to do this one first because I accepted my fate. You know what? You know what's probably going to happen? Is there's like two outcomes for this one. One that I will get like right now, if I do this one, before doing this and anything that happens afterwards. So as soon as I do this stuff, then the other outcome could happen here. So maybe I'll do this one quickly, and then we can go do this one. But that's going to have to wait until the next part, guys. So that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play Paranormasight, guys. In the next part, I don't know what's going to happen anymore, but I'm all for it. I cannot wait. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you liked the video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below, like about the video, didn't like about the video, and let me know, guys, what do you think of everything that we learned so far? I'm so invested in this. This game is fantastic. It takes the twists and turns from the first one, and I feel like it kind of dials it up now. We are definitely in the... I feel like we are definitely in, like, the... I don't know. It's weird to say it feels like we're in the home stretch here, because it feels so weird how it's like, okay, like, I feel like there definitely is more with these guys. There's definitely more with them. So it's, on one hand, it feels like we're in the home stretch, but not yet. Like, it feels like even though the events of this game have to end on August 8th or August 7th, I think it's August 8th, I feel like there's so much that could still be done on August 6th and 7th. Like, everything that happened with these guys, everything that happened with them. I feel like we've kind of already, like, learned everything up for Sato in a way. This has me interesting. Because I thought it was like last summer, so it has to be this summer then. Interesting. Okay. A little more of this. Maybe this is once everything was settled down, because that's also up here, so. I don't know. Okay, that says accepted fate, so maybe this is just a timeline of, like, nothing happens. So yeah, maybe this is us celebrating, like, Sato's final day, which is nice. Aw, that's probably gonna be the case. Damn it. Aw. I was also curious, like, why the hell was it, like, you know, that? But now we know. Alright. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below, like, about the video, didn't like about the video. Let me know, guys, what you think of all the truths we learned. All the Kameshima stuff. The tragedy of Kameshima. Our first ending out of, like, 3? I don't know how many there could be. We'll see. Yeah, let me know. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to my main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RG Kim Kid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.